So this whole Sniper Wolf drama just took an absolute turn, and a Sniper Wolf actually doxed Jacksfilms, actually posted his address, actually posted his home, where his wife and kids live. This is absolutely insane, and I gotta say, it's very nice to see the majority of the internet actually coming down on her for this reason and saying, hey, this isn't okay. But I'm a little bit confused because most of the internet seems to be getting along right now, which is very, very strange, but it could just be that it's trendy to hate on Sniper Wolf right now. I don't necessarily know. We're going to talk about this entire situation in just a second. Before we do, though, I do want to say hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I'm your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about this whole drama that's been going on. So, very, very briefly, to catch you up, if you are unfamiliar with what's going on, Jacksfilms has been making a bunch of videos recently, or I want to say within a couple months, right? He's been making actually and you know what, we'll talk about that in a second, like what I think about those videos that he's been making. But he's been calling out Sniper Wolf for the lazy reaction content that she does because, of course, it came out and was trending a little bit that Sniper Wolf isn't actually reacting to the videos that she's reacting to because there was some, her glasses were all white and someone figured out that she was looking at a Google Doc, which, to be honest with you, I saw it, makes a ton of sense. So somebody wrote out a script and she's doing oh my god, dude, oh my god, he's bouncing on a trampoline, just completely botted words. So it seems like that's what she does, and of course she has always been defending her content and stuff like that. But after so many videos that he's been making on her, and that made other people, as far as I know, is probably the inspiration. Guys like the Ackman, more videos have been coming out, and then it kind of became a little bit of a trend to hate on the reaction content in Sniper Wolf. So Sniper Wolf ended up defending herself, of course, and talking about how everything's okay and she's never doing anything wrong. But again, that's a little bit up for debate. We'll talk about that in a second. So what happened now was a complete step up. Sniper Wolf, instead of contacting Jacksfilms, instead of being nice about it, she went to his house. She went to his house and posted it to her over 5 million, I believe it's almost 6 million followers. 6 million followers. That is so dangerous for Jacksfilms. And Sniper Wolf thankfully deleted, but that doesn't even help. That doesn't even help anything. She has officially doxed Jacksfilms, and Jacksfilms actually just uploaded a video a couple days ago saying how this isn't okay and Sniper Wolf needs to be deplatformed for this, which, to be honest with you, I kind of think makes sense. And I'm a little bit conflicted on this entire situation compared to other people because, first of all, I encourage you to hear my entire opinion before you comment down below because I can just see it coming. Nobody's going to listen to me, right? While I do think doxing is wrong, Jacksfilms did make a lot of videos about her, a lot of videos, and it was kind of narrowing into her. I'm just saying this dude's not completely innocent. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. And don't get me wrong, the content's hilarious. I absolutely love it. Jacksfilms really made me laugh. I've watched all the videos. They're great, but he's not innocent in this situation. So I am I'm of the opinion of it's tough because this is such a stupid thing to go to somebody's house for, and this situation in particular is not okay. But I would like to live in a world where we can start punching people again. You know what I mean? So I'm I guess that's a little bit of a step forward, but that's not okay. It's just internet beef. It's not like this dude was coming after your family. What I'm speaking about is if somebody was really, really threatening my family, I think it would be okay for me to go fight that person. You know what I mean? Go over to their house, but I have to be really careful with what I'm talking about because this is such a different situation and it's just not okay. She posted his house over something so stupid. What he did was just call her out for what she did. He called her out for what she did. It's like saying, oh, Kyle was walking on the street and someone pointed that out and I go dox them to millions of followers just for pointing out that I was walking. He did nothing wrong. Yeah, you know what? It was a little excessive, the content that he made, but who cares? It's internet beef. Beef back with him. Post something back to him. And if you really wanted to talk to him, and I forgot to mention, the caption was that, hey, let's talk like adults. Let's talk like adults, she says, after doxing him to 6 million people. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how dangerous it is to throw up, and especially somebody in Sniper Wolf's position? A cute girl. I've seen the pictures, especially of she fits a certain narrative too. I've seen all the anime cosplays. She's a very cute girl. Do you know how many SIMPS, and I know that word's a little, I had to spell that out because YouTube's been starting to be careful with that, you know what I mean? 6 million people follow you. How many of those people do you think are those types of people, right? The people who don't really think, the people who are NPCs, the people who will do anything for you, the people in that area who will have no problem going over to where Jacksfilms lives and setting his house on fire or something like that. Is the likelihood, the likelihood of that happening is not, yeah, you know what? It's not there, but the potential is absolutely there, especially if Jacksfilms didn't do anything. How many times have you seen throughout the last few years how it's okay to destroy things? How it's okay, again, conversation for another time, but people are uproaring about everything now. People are constantly fighting. There's violence everywhere. There is reason to believe that this could happen to Jacksfilms, especially the people, you got to think about the people, that some type of people that follow SSSniperwolf, and there's, out of 6 million, how many people do you think there is? 100,000 maybe? Probably. At least. SIMPS, the people who are in the area and just oh, this guy's attacking SSSniperwolf. Here's my chance to stop him. Here's my chance to stop the guy who is abusing the poor girl, right? And then they go and then they do something malicious to Jacksfilms' house, and they do something malicious and potentially even harm the kids. And it doesn't help that Jacksfilms didn't do anything. He didn't do anything about it, so his house is even more of a target. It doesn't matter if you took that down, SSSniperwolf. It doesn't matter if you took that down. You put his entire family in danger. What about the people who are just genuinely your fans, and you have now convinced them that Jacksfilms did something so wrong to you, that they take no issue with seeing people like that? How we live in a world now where nobody can even have a different opinion than you. We live in a type of world where people actually hate you for having a different opinion, let alone this magnitude of situation that you might have convinced a couple of your 6 million followers. All it takes is one. All it takes is one NPC. All it takes is one person to hear you and think that they have to defend the girl, and they think that Jacksfilms is some monster, and they have no problem going there and harming his children. That is not okay. That is unbelievable, and it is amazing to see the internet finally cracking down on something like this. It's amazing to see the internet finally getting behind something. And you want to talk about some more? I didn't know this until recently. This chick was arrested for armed robbery. That's even worse. And you want to talk about, she posted and she posted and she's like, come out here, I just want to talk like an adult. How about a message? And by the way, if somebody who was arrested for armed robbery was outside my house, one, I wouldn't come out. Two, I don't live in a place where I could do this, but that's grounds for, and again, I don't know exactly where this is taking place. That's grounds to come out guns blazing. That's grounds if you see somebody who's arrested for armed robbery posting pictures of your house. Maybe she's gathering people. Maybe she's armed herself. Maybe she's coming there to put harm upon your family. Maybe she's coming there for something like that. That is grounds for him to walk out and just shoot her. That is absolutely grounds for that. I did not know that she was that dangerous of a person. So yeah, Jacksfilms didn't do anything. Yeah, of course you wanted to talk like an adult. What'd you expect him to do? You're lucky he didn't call the cops on you. That is unbelievable. Somebody with your record is coming over to somebody's house, posting it to 6 million people. Unbelievable. And all because he just made some videos about you, about what you're doing, and about the content you're stealing. Grow up. You want to talk about talking like an adult. Grow up and take responsibility for your actions. And of course, people are really, really underestimating it. And the SIMPS, while the whole internet's kind of agreeing this, of course, some of her 6 million followers are really, really outing themselves as the guys that they are, of course, right? They just see oh, the pretty, what's she gonna do when she goes over? She obviously just wanted to talk like an adult, right? And people are really reiterating that because she said, let's talk like adults. Unbelievable. People reiterating that. What's she gonna do? She's just a little girl. Oh yeah, a little girl that was arrested for armed robbery. You don't know what she has. And if she's crazy enough to go over there and post pictures of your house, if she thinks that's okay, I'm not saying I don't believe that girl's in a right state of mind. What do you expect Jacksfilms to do? I can't believe that he handled it the way that he did. I can't believe that he didn't call somebody to come get her. You know what I mean? Unbelievable. That is unbelievable, and it is so nice to see that people are actually turning on SSSniperwolf. Is it because it's a trend? Maybe, because people don't think for themselves, right? But you know what? At least the trendy hate is directed at the right person in this situation. It is not okay to involve somebody's family in some internet beef. Again, there are so many NPCs that follow you. SSSniperwolf, 6 million people. 6 million people. It's a combination of, could be NPCs, and don't get me wrong, there could be very normal people. But 6 million, there's bound to be some NPCs, there's bound to be some SIMPS, there's bound to be some impressionable people. People who will believe you, and people will act to defend you. That happens. That happens more than you think it could happen, and literally, you're involving someone's kids. Someone's little kids who have nothing to do about it. Again, because somebody called you out. Boo-hoo. Make a video back. Talk about him. If you wanted to talk like an adult, send him a message. Meet up at a coffee place if you guys live so close together. That I would imagine he would do. posting a picture of his house. That's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe people are responding the way that they're doing, where it's like, hey, this isn't okay. Like, people should be angry about this stuff. What if she does it to anybody else? Like, there's a lot of people calling her out right now. What if she goes over to their house? And clearly this didn't work. So what if she ups the stakes a little bit more? What if she brings more people with her and forces people to come out, right? She's done nothing but defend her actions. She's done nothing but think she's in the right. She's done nothing but talk about what an a-hole that Jacksfilms is. She obviously doesn't think she's in the wrong, and that she could very well do this again. It is very nice to see that the internet is actually turning on the right person for once. But I got way out of line with that. Like, not out of line. I got like way overheated with that. That is, I don't even know how long I've been talking now. So guys, the whole point of this video, I wanted to give my take on the situation. But most importantly, I'd love to know what you guys think down below. Where do you draw the line with doxing people? Because again, I don't mind living in a world where, again, I think we need to like bring bullying back to some extent. I miss when we could go around punching people, you know what I mean? I like when I was a kid, that was like starting to end a little bit. But it's a very conflicting situation because if you allow that, then of course like this society will just crumble upon like beneath you, you know what I mean? Like because stuff like this will happen. Everybody will act like Sniper Wolf, you know what I mean? But I hope you guys understand what I'm saying in that sense, where it's like I think the world's too soft, but still doxing somebody to 6 million people for absolutely nothing. Like, it'd be different if she doxed somebody that was legitimately a bad person and did something absolutely horrible to the world, you know what I mean? Then I'd be like, okay, I don't care which 6 million people see him, go get that guy, you know? So that's where I hope you guys are understanding what I'm kind of talking about in this situation. Like, I think I would love for it to be okay, like, if some like altercation comes about, that's totally not my fault. And then like I live up north, right, where we don't even have self-defense as a thing. That's not a thing at all. Like, it's incredible. So maybe that's why I have like a little bit of a stronger opinion on that, because like I could be like getting jumped or something, and as soon as I fight back, I'm the problem. You know, that's probably where my conflicting opinions are coming with this entire situation. But of course, does this necessarily relate? I don't even know. So guys, I'm going off the rails a little bit. Let me know what you think about this entire situation down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you understand what I was saying. Please don't take what I said and jump into some random conclusion. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are new here and you enjoy the content, please consider hitting the like button up on the channel a ton and subscribe. If you are brand new on the screen right now, you'll have 2 videos from the Clenversations channel. If you'd like to continue watching the channel, I will see you either there or in the next video, guys. Take care.